Well, hi everybody. I hope my sound's working. I'm shooting out the back of this and I can't see what the camera looks like or what I'm doing or whatever, but that's better if I can't see myself. Believe me. Uh, I had so many nice people write in and ask questions, so I'm not going to bore y'all with talking or giving any of my opinions, except for I know the only opinion I have is the Democrats just need to wake up. Quit patting the Republicans on the back for the little bit of help they're getting during these deals and calling ace an ace and a spade a spade. I'll shut up after that. They have so much opportunity to take these hearings and push the point and tell the truth. And it's like they're busy trying to play patty cakes with the people that are showing up to testify. Anyway, I'm not going to say any more. So some of these are ones you've heard asked before, and some of these I've even answered before. But the first one on here was from somebody called Pixie Girl. And it's probably a lady since it's Pixie Girl. Thank you, Pixie Girl. And she just wants to know if Clarence, it must have Clarence Thomas on the brain, if Trump would be declared an illegitimate president as time goes on. She's not asking for anything quick, which is good because I can't time anyway. But we'll just ask, will 45 ever be declared an illegitimate president? It'd be nice if they could do that and reverse all the crap he did, but even put all the assholes back in jail he let out. He let some real bad people out of jail. But anyway, I guess that's not the way that works. But they just want to know if he'll ever. A lot of people, and I want to thank you all. I want to thank everybody that wrote me questions. I got all kinds of questions, and some of them I've answered before, but some of them were asked different. So I'm really excited about that. And so thank you so much. And if somebody wants to get a hold of me for personal readings, it's lentarotreadings@gmail.com. And I want to thank all of you for all your beautiful remarks and making me feel like I was still appreciated. I'm always shocked every time I put out a video when people get back to me. Isn't that funny? After 4 years, owe me of little faith. So one of the first questions we got was from a lady called Pixie Girl. I assume she's a lady since she's saying girl. But Pixie Girl wrote and said, wants to know if Trump at 45 will ever be declared an illegitimate president. And there's no time limit on this, so it is interesting. Maybe someday, you think, if we ever get it back together enough. So we'll do this just... this is very emotional with a lot of people. They would love to see this done. They feel like the whole world's been bamboozled and we need to own up to it. So that's interesting. In the present, he's still being held high by his 45% or whatever it is, 28% of the Republican Party, which is not near as big as the Democrat Party. I'd like to hear a breakdown on that. They're always talking about how much bigger the Democratic Party is than the Republican Party. I'd really like to know it. It's huge. So just because he's got 32% or 28% of the Republicans behind him doesn't mean, it could be thousands of people, but it's nothing compared to what the Democrats could have behind them. They need to get out and vote. And I want to say this really quick, vote blue no matter who, and just come on out and vote. Too big to rig. where there's just thousands and thousands of votes. So right now, he's still got some people holding him in high esteem. But the challenge is, he may be dead and gone. He may be dead and gone. But the angel of love and mercy here, she's always a yes. So by looking at these, we start with the Queen of Cups and end with the Ace of Cups. A lot of emotion, and this is female emotion, and it's coming in with love and stability. And it shows that in the present, he's still held high among his tribe. It will probably be after he's dead and gone, but he will be found an illegitimate president. So that's what comes up there. The next one here we got was from Hilda Flores. And she wants to know if Mo Brooks is going to tell the whole truth. Well, sorry about that, but what Republican do we know that's told the whole truth or ever will tell the whole truth? He might tell enough of the truth for us to find out what was going on, just if it's a matter of saving his ass. But let's see. Let's do one I don't think I've ever read on Mo Brooks. I hate to admit this, but I'm probably related to Mo Brooks. That's my maiden name. My family's from Oklahoma and that part of through the panhandle there. I'm not sure where he was coming from, but somewhere in that area, I think. So I wouldn't be proud of that. Like I said, I hate to even admit it, but I wouldn't be surprised if we're not distant cousins or something. But let's see. Is he going to will Mo Brooks spill the entire truth? I think is how she worded it. So this is for Hilda Flores. And thank you, Hilda, for sending this in. And thank you, Pixie Girl, too, for sending the first one in. Okay. So I can feel spirit coming in when it tells me not to stop, but to shuffle the cards a couple more times. I like it when it starts telling me that. Okay. So let's just do a whole one on Mo Brooks and see what comes up for him. Definitely leading and guiding all the mercenaries. Look at this. Look at this. He's a real piece of art, isn't he? This is a signifier. A bloodthirsty mercenary. Climbing the ladder, no matter whose head you have to step on. And this shows him just exactly what I just said. Had to step on a lot of heads to get where to even get his name out there. Now everybody knows his name. Maybe not in a good way, but it's out there. There was a lot of money that changed hands, and this is money. This isn't even money from the big donors, like the Koch brothers and the Mercers and stuff. This is money they stole from just regular people, just donations. So a lot of money came from this, went through his hands for some reason. I can't imagine him being in control of anything like that, but this shows a lot of the money coming in from the poor people. We got the Eight of Cups, which is him walking away, but I hope he doesn't get to walk away. Between you and me, let's see what else comes up. Oh, yeah. In the sky, we have the law coming after him. In the sky, he's trying to get away, but we have the law coming in. And then we have the Nine of Cups. It's going to make a lot of people happy when he does get in trouble. So it looks like the law is coming after him, and maybe they'll get their hooks in hard enough to actually take him to court and do something. Because we've got the Nine of Cups, which is like the Virgin Mary in this deck. Yeah, this is, the ask was he going to spill it? And I'll say absolutely yes. Here he is. Whatever. This is him telling on Trump right there. The energy around this is he either thinks he's cut a deal or thinks he can cut a deal where he can get away. There's two cards here showing him wanting to get away from all this. He's hoping he can get out of here without going to jail. Look at this. He's looking back over this and thinking he really screwed up, that he'd like to go back to childhood if need be. But anyway, he's wondering where he thought he could get away with this. He's got a lot of information. Let's see if he's going to spill it. I'd say yes. So let's go back here. He was in charge of the mercenaries and pushing them. Didn't care who he had to walk over or what he had to do. There was a lot of money that was used in this was just from the poor, small donations, even all the people that was sending money to the Republican Party. He always thought he could just walk away from this anytime he wanted to, but he can't. They're coming after him. And yes, justice is going to be done, and it's going to be done against Trump. He's hoping he can just get out of this and move on down the line. But it looks like he's going to have a lot of time to be thinking about his past. He's got a lot of evidence. And it looks like it gets spilled on Trump and on him. I think it's coming in on both of them. So yeah, I think Mel Brooks isn't going anywhere. I think his life is probably pretty close to done as he knows it. Pretty close to done as he knows it. The next one we've got is, will Bannon go to jail? And let me look at this. And that's by Elephant Wildlife. She wants to know. I don't know why. It may not be a she, but for some reason I felt like it was a she. So she wants to know, or he or she wants to know if Bannon will go to jail. Maybe we'll just get a yes card right on the top of this. I hate to even read on Bannon. He's such a mess. Maybe it's, will Bannon go back to jail? I don't think, was Bannon actually in jail? I don't think so. He was on his way, or I don't remember what was when he got, I thought he might have already been in jail when he got taken out once. So will Bannon go back to jail? Let's ask this right with Spirit in case he's already been there. Even me who tries to keep up on this stuff, I can't remember if he was actually in there or just getting ready to have to go when Trump pardoned him, but he was definitely convicted. So will Bannon go back to jail? Will Bannon go back to jail? Will Bannon go back to jail? My new modem worked great. My last video almost uploaded in real time. It was about a minute per minute, and that's great if it uploads that quick. The other one was taking 3 or 4 days, so that's why I'm doing another reading. I feel more motivated because I don't feel like it's a waste of my time. Before I do a reading, and before I even got it put out, most of it was old. So, God, I hate to even think about him. Will Bannon go back to jail? Will Bannon go back to jail? I've always griped about my hands being big, but these are big cards, and they're fairly new. My other ones were wore out, this deck. So, will Bannon go back to jail? Will Bannon go back to jail? Sorry about that. Okay, we got it. Well, I got the world here. Guess he thought he had the world in his fingers. This is him. They're still pilfering money from the poor some way. Some way they got some kind of scheme going. Maybe maybe it's his TV channel or something. But they're bringing money in from somewhere. The challenge is he postponed this for a while. It doesn't say yes or no. It just say that he postponed it. But we know that because he's supposed to go to trial. Does this mean it's going to get postponed again? Or this is the old postponement? I don't know. I got the 6 of Wands here. I can't believe he could possibly win a case unless everything just goes totally to hell. So that's the victory card. And for me, victory would be him going back to jail after him detaining this. I'm going to draw one more just as a clarifier. Yeah, he's going back to jail. This is a clarifier. This is the people being happy because he's going to jail. It couldn't be any plainer. So, the world has been watching him, wondering how long they're going to let him go around and push his venom and push his filth. Still taking money from the poor. Getting his stuff delayed. Thinks he's in charge of everything. But here's the people winning. And here's what's going to happen to him. So that's pretty, I'd say not yes, but hell yes. He's going back to jail. He definitely going back to jail. So let me mark that out so I don't try reading on it again. And Elephant Wild has another one. She wants to know if this laudermilk has ties to these church ratings. So let's just see if we can get a yes or no off of that. Let me pull up these cards for this because this might just be a quick yes or no. No, let's just do a reading on him. I haven't done him. If I have, it hasn't been recently. So did laudermilk... Let's see if he has ties to the church, these churches being raided. That's supposedly recruiting these mercenaries. I mean, this is pretty chilling, especially when you look at how many people that are in our police departments all over the United States that are Trumpsters. Yeah, there is so much more. People, there is so much more to this. They haven't even touched the tip of the iceberg yet. And I think that they're almost afraid to. But if they're going to pull us out of the sewer, they're going to have to. everybody in the whole world's laughing at the United States right now because we've let them get away with all this stuff. And I don't care what other people think, but I don't want my grandchildren growing up in a fascist country. Okay, so this is Laudermilk, I guess. We just asked about Bannon. Yeah, so this is Laudermilk. Let's see. The FBI raids to these churches might be connected with him. I'm going to do a whole reading though and just see if it comes up in there. Well, he's got the Two of Swords. I'd say yes. He's already between a rock and a hard spot, and that's the signifier. He thinks that if he's going to tell the truth that he wants a deal, he's still too big for his britches. We got the Seven of Coins in the foundation. He thinks that being in power, I'm pretty sure he's a senator, not somebody from the House, but he thinks that he's got enough power that he don't have to worry about it, that he don't have to worry about these tours that he was given. But this is the energy around this. He does have to worry. This is Archangel Michael coming after him, and Michael always gets his guy. Somebody's going to be given a lot of information on him and all the crap that he was up to. That's a spy in the camp. There's something coming out right away about this. We're going to be hearing about this pretty darn quick. Pretty darn quick. He's scared to death they're going to put him in jail because he knows that he deserves to be inside the cell. They have so much information on him. They already have so much detail on him and what he was up to, that if they really go after him like it says they're going to, they've got him. They've already got all the information. He's worried if he's got enough money to handle this, even family money and stuff, and there is a lot of money. All these people got more money than we could probably even imagine. I think he was. I definitely think he was. I'm going to draw one more. I cut him and draw one more. Yeah, I think they might get more information out of him than they ever dreamed of getting. This is him just telling everything. Being really sorry already that he was after fame and money more than he was after truth. And this is the card I was looking for, and here it comes right off the top. Yep, this is him telling on Trump. Yeah, there's a lot going on here. So the question was, did they have anything to do with the churches? Yeah, and he knows it. Like I said, he's between a rock and a hard spot. He's thinking of making them an offer. He thinks that this being in the Senate can save him. but it can. Here comes the head guy after him. Just a spy in the camp, telling them what was going on. This is the news coming out right away. This is him almost just going straight to jail. For some reason, this is some really bad stuff. This is some bad stuff. Maybe he'll have to wait out his time in jail for a few months before, so they can gather all this information because they're finally going to start doing their job. I would be really shocked. Really totally shocked. He knows where a lot of the money came from behind this. He knows where a lot of the money came from. And this is from big donors. This is from big donors like the Mercers and the Koch brothers. And he also knows exactly he's going to help the downfall of Trump. So before this is all over, he's going to be one of the star witnesses, even though it looks like he's just a little peeny puke from the Senate that's crookeder and a dog's hind leg. But it's going to come out that he's a lot deeper in this, way, way deeper. I think he may be involved with the churches. I'm just going to do a cut on this. Do a cut on these and see what we come up with. Oh, they're going to be coming after him. They're going to follow the money. It keeps coming back to the money. It was the payoffs, the money, yeah, he was an organizer. He was really helping organize the whole thing. And that's what this was about. That's right. He was given, forgot what he was doing. He was given the tour, so he was an organizer. And then I had somebody else, and I didn't write their name down. They wanted to know if Kavanaugh was coming off the court. I think Senator Whitehouse might get Kavanaugh. He's after him, and he's been after him, and he's looking for the evidence, and I bet you he's going to have it. Especially after all this, there's going to be a lot of people giving evidence or giving all kinds of stuff to get out of there. So, is Kavanaugh coming off the court? Let me try these again since I've been using them, and they're very governmenty. Is Kavanaugh going to be taken off the court? Are they going to find out who paid his gambling bills and actually put it out in the open and expose him and get his whiny little ass out of there? God, what a whiny little man. All I could think of when they were having those hearings and I was watching his wife, how embarrassed I'd be to have a husband like that. She knew damn well he was lying. It has to be really sad. I mean, I know that's how that feels because I was a 50s wife. Or maybe a 60s wife. 3 times. Anyway. I'll never forget that. After paying all the bills and having my own business, before I even met my second husband, when we got divorced, they didn't even want to give me a credit, buy a new car without paying an extra 6% interest because I was a woman, higher than what the men had to pay to buy cars. Oh, and we're going to be right back there if something's not done. So we're going to go back to Kavanaugh here. Let's get Kavanaugh's energy on here. Kavanaugh's energy on these cards. See, coming off the court. It may only take 4 cards to do this. Well, in the past, it was one of Trump's. He put him up there. In the present, most people know that he's not legitimate. But if they'd have really investigated him, he'd have never got on there. Look at this. And that's also Biden sometime. Maybe it's not just Senator Whitehouse. Maybe there's a bunch of Democrats looking underneath the Biden administration into this. When it happens, there's a lot of people's going to be throwing fits and raising hell and probably try to cause stuff in the street. But it looks like there is some action going to happen there. Let's see what the action is. Fairness, conqueror. Let me draw one more. The law re-examining him. Who paid off his bills coming out. Who paid off his gambling debts. Him almost being sick. That's him being taken out of the court. He doesn't have anything to get him out of this. All different kinds of allegations coming out. I'd say yes, he's coming off the court. I can't believe it. I'll believe it when I see it. I will definitely believe it when I see it. And here we got Trump putting him on. The Democrats doing the investigation. This is straight down from Biden, taking him off. A lot of, even down to maybe even problems in the streets. Some outward fighting in the streets over this. But it doesn't get out of hand because it's going to happen at least before the government. It's going to happen while the Democrats are in. So it's nipped in the bud. This is the law going back and re-examining his testimonies and his accusations that were against him by other women and stuff that were never switched out. They're gonna know who paid off his bills, which is gonna shock a lot of people. I don't think it's gonna shock too many people that are really up on politics, but anybody that's paying any attention is gonna be shocked when they see who paid off his bills. It's gonna put him in a sick bed. And no matter what he tries, he's still going bye-bye because they've got all the information. And this is justice winning out. So yeah, he's going to be gone too. Like I said, I'll believe it when I see it, but he's going to be gone. It says he's going to be gone. I didn't want this to be too long because I didn't want to bore everybody, but let me see. Like I said, I've got it. And if anybody wants anything answered, send it to me. And I've got more that I noticed in the questions. So Earth Mama wanted to know what went on at the wanted to know what was going on at the Willard Hotel. Well, we pretty much know what was going on there. But will there be more coming out about this? Let's just ask if there'll be more coming out about this. The Willard Hotel. Let me grab these cards here because I can shuffle them faster. The Willard Hotel. Will there be more coming out about what went on in this supposedly war room at the Willard Hotel? I think it'd be coming out that Bannon was definitely in charge of this whole thing. This is my prediction for this whole thing. If they really, really get to the bottom of this, it's going to be coming right through the big money, the Mercers, and then there's a new one that's a multi-billionaire that's giving money like it's backing the Republicans like crazy. But anyway, that all this money and all this dark money and all these dark horses came right through Bannon because before Trump ever got elected, or the minute he did, he said we're going to tear the government apart and rebuild it. I think Bannon's the Pied Piper behind this whole thing. Not the only one, but the one that was been help pushing all these lies and bringing in the money and trying to confuse and deluge everybody. So this is saying, I can't forget what. Will there be more coming out about what happened at that Willard Hotel? Let's see. Well, they think they got rid of most of the evidence so far. But it looks like somebody's going to be going to jail over those meetings at the Willard Hotel. Here's the mercenary card because of all the plans made to overthrow the government there. There is some people that know this, and they know that they already know enough to get them in big trouble if they just follow through on it. My biggest problem is, are the Dems in the Justice Department even going to follow through on any of this? But if they do, they're in trouble, and they know it. I hate to see this card come up here. This is in the sky over the reading. I hate to even see it. This makes my stomach hurt almost, because this makes me feel like the Justice Department hadn't even made up their mind yet what the fuck they're going to, what the frap they're going to do. One thing they need to do is follow the money. Look at all this money. Big money, family money. They definitely had all the funds behind them to do this. I don't know if this is Rebecca Mercer or what, but a lot of the money came from maybe this is going to be the main prosecutor. Got the Queen of Swords. Maybe this could be that lady out of New York. It's got the grand jury pulled, but that's not for a jail crime. That's just for whatever, monetary as far as I know. You know, I pulled this out of the wrong deck, but look what I pulled over the Queen of Swords. So this is more justice coming. There is justice coming about this. It's going to amaze people how they put it together. And here's another justice card. Here's the King of Swords. The Hierophant. And the Emperor. Well, I don't know if they'll ever take action, but they're damn sure going to know everything that went on there. Look at these cards. Here's the guy in charge of that trying to get away, which I think is Steve Bannon. Here's him going to jail. Here's all the mercenaries that came in there. A lot of them's been losing sleep. They're amazed that it's been delayed as long as it has, that they've had this much grace. There was tons and tons of money put behind that. But it looks like maybe the AG and also this lady from New York is looking into it. And they've got the goods on them. They can't wiggle their way out of it. And here's another judge coming in, and here's I think maybe they will. Maybe they're going to get smart, and the Biden administration is going to follow this through, because they definitely got all kinds of crap on them. They know exactly what happened there already. Somebody knows. And I'm talking about somebody on the Democrat side already knows a lot about what happened there. And then I had another friend of mine want me to ask about gay rights being dismantled. You know, that's the plan right now. They let them stay in there long enough. They should be all locked up in jail before they even get close to that, but let's see. God, I'd love to see that Coney Barrett girl go to jail some way. She's a very evil person. For fun and entertainment only, YouTube. Fun and entertainment only. Sorry about that. I'm out there. I'm out in the limb today. So let's go to gay rights. Are they going to get protected or not? Are they going to get protected or not? Maybe we can just draw one card and it'll be... God, this is scary. Let me draw another one. Let's go. Let's follow it all the way through. I wasn't going to do it, but let's follow it through and see what comes out. Right now they're in danger. They think by the Supreme Court agreeing with them, coming after this. Well, here shows the Democrats cheering. This is the obstacle. So maybe they stop him. I don't know what overseas has got to do with this. They got information on somebody pushing this. Maybe it's the Supreme Court. Maybe they're going to put a couple more people on there. Look at this. This is the past influence on the present. Oh, yeah, definitely. Getting the wrong people in the Supreme Court, that's pretty... This is what's in control right now. A bunch of devils up there wielding their power. It's going to come out that some of them... I think this is going to start with Kavanaugh. I think this goes back to Kavanaugh. The deals he made with people and all kinds of stuff to get put in there to start with, and who paid his bills. The money they gave him to put back. There'll be a lot of money raised against this if they try to push this through. It would cause so much pain to the United States if this happened. Everybody puts their hope in Biden. He would have to come out better about this than he did about the women. Have to literally come out fighting against the Republicans instead of working with them. I'm not saying he's been working with them, but thinking on some level he's going to be working with them. He still talks about it. That's not me saying that. That was him saying that not too long ago. When he said talking about McConnell being a nice man or an honorable man or something. Like I said, that's kind of scary. It kind of makes my stomach turn over to even say it. To think that our president would say that. The Page of Pentacles. So let me go back and look at the question. I got the cards here in front of me. The question was gay rights. Are they going to be protected? I asked if they were going to be dismantled. I think I asked that question wrong. Gay rights dismantled. Because this is definitely a no. If you want to look at it that way, the way the question was asked, the signifier is no. Because the Democrats won't like them, won't let them. If they do some research and work on this, justice comes through on it. It's just too evil to even go there, even though the people on the Supreme Court had a contract to get rid of it before they ever went in there. This is all the money that was behind the people that got put on there to tear our government down. But Biden's not going to let them. I hope not. We just need to protect these young people. Let me draw one more. The bullies lose the fight and go away. So maybe it's through the election. I'll have to read on this again. It's not clicking in for me for some reason, but it looks like the answer is no. Gay rights won't be disassembled. I forgot how that was asked. And here's the Democrats stopping it. Here's the information coming in. This is justice. So it's some kind of facts that come in or something that stops it. Maybe it's just a good election. It's the devil himself that's behind this, trying to tear up people's lives. This is a contract some of the Supreme Court made because they were paid off to tear down the House. Now it looks like Biden stops them, which makes him really popular among the gun people in the world. Here's the bully walking away and the bully going away. So I feel like they're not going to get to disassemble these because they're going to lose this next. I didn't believe it, but I'm just going to have to start believing it. They're going to lose the House and the Senate. The Republicans are going to lose the House and the Senate big time, and there's going to be a lot of changes made. That's what's going on there. I might have to cut a lot of this out. I don't know, but I'm going to cut these just for see if I can come up with a yes or no. Are they going to not be able to dismantle this because the Democrats, it looks like because the Democrats are taking back over office in a big way? Yeah. No, they're not going to be able to disassemble gay rights because they're going to lose their power. They're not going to have the power to. The Democrats are going to be back in charge. A lot bigger than they think. So, I want to thank everybody. If you're still watching this, thank you very much. And remember, if you'd like a personal reading, it's lynnterrellreadings@gmail.com. And please get a hold of me with any questions, and I'll try to read on them. And we'll see how fast we can get this up. If it goes up as fast as the last one. The last one almost went up in real time. I think it was 50 minutes, and I think it went up in 48 minutes. So that's my new, I don't know what you call those, routers or whatever. It's one of those super blasters. Thank you.